What is good, y'all? Welcome back to the podcast. Today we have a special guest.
Autumn.
Thank you for coming back out.
Appreciate you, shorty.
This
Yeah.
is what, your third?
time, yeah.
Fourth?
I believe so. She came on once by herself, once with Kayana. And then
This is the third.
this might be the third time.
She's the second person to do three. I think Gracie did three.
Yeah?
I think so.
Might
But
be
so
only two ladies.
so long ago.
Yeah, it's been since college, man.
Autumn, how you been?
I've been good, you know? It's summer. Can't complain. Sun's out.
Didn't you go to Paris? Or am I wrong about that?
No, you're right. You're right. I did.
How was it?
I went to London and Paris with one of my college friends who's headed to law school in the fall. So we just did a little girls' trip.
Oh, shit.
And it was awesome. Like, best week ever. Ate a lot.
Was it just for a week?
Yeah, we were out there for a week, which time just, I feel like it moves a lot slower out there, as you know.
Really?
True.
You've lived abroad. Yeah, it'll be
It just
all
moves
that.
different out there.
It's just different. It's a different,
Damn.
It just hits different.
Yeah, it's a
It
different feeling.
does.
That is true.
Autumn, what was your favorite part, you would say, of your week out there?
Ooh. Highlight of my week was probably going to like this underground jazz club in Paris. It was unreal. I was shocked at how like they recreated a cave to feel like a nightlife scene, and it wasn't sketchy. I know that sounds sketchy, but it
underground club. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
At night. Sounds a little rough.
One entrance.
one way in, one way out.
Okay.
Yeah, literally one way in, one way out. So a lot could have gone wrong for sure, but I don't know. It's a lot more tranquil out there. You feel a little less worried about your safety.
Do you
can
feel safer out there compared to like America?
Yes.
Really? Even though that's like a
Immediately,
foreign country to you?
Immediately, yes. Yeah. I mean, obviously, being somewhere foreign, like you get a little nervous of like, what about the language barrier? What if I get lost? What if I go down the wrong alley? Obviously, that's still like something you have to be aware of. But like for me, I feel like my guard is down a bit more because people tend to keep to themselves, less suspicious characters, and I don't know.
I agree with her.
Everyone,
That's why I find
mine,
it easier to approach ladies there.
Just because it's
They were
just
just more willing to be approached, and people are just more willing.
everyone's just more friendlier out there.
Yeah. So I get where she's coming from. I definitely.
Damn. You know what's crazy? I think a lot of people think like this, especially who haven't really traveled. I'm not really that well traveled. I'm trying to work my way up to that. But you would think going to a foreign country, especially if it's a country you've never been to, that like you wouldn't feel like, I guess, safer compared to your own home country because you kind of know the domain, you know the customs, you know the people, compared to going somewhere different.
If anything, you might just feel subconscious because of the language barrier.
That's it?
Yeah. Because you're just like, I don't know, maybe the signs I'm going to read and going somewhere I'm not supposed to be going. But besides that, at least me personally, while I was there, I felt quite safe. I felt quite fine. Now, I'm not sure, Autumn, how did you deal with racism over there? Did that bother you at all?
They call you the N-word?
off rip.
As soon as she landed.
The flight attendant called me as soon as we got off the plane.
Band-Aid right off. I mean, I was taken aback by how they don't believe in race. They don't believe in it, which I can understand the positive of that. Like, it's a healthy perspective to have, but it also devalues the experience of a person of color because like everyone has a different experience, and colorism is real, unfortunately. And that's just my experience. Like, I didn't really have any outright racist moments, but it was definitely difficult for me to talk about race to people that don't believe in race. Like,
And that's just what they do morally over there, in your opinion. Just what you've seen.
Yeah.
So they just believe just like people. That's it.
Yeah, and because of that, it's just talking about it is a little bit less foreign for them.
Yeah, which
Really?
is great. It's a very utopian ideology, but it's a different experience when you are a person of color. Um,
Did you like the ideology?
well, I studied sociology, so
Oh,
I
okay.
studied all about race relations, and the impact that it has on society. So to me, it was a negating experience of like everything I spent my college education studying. Uh,
Really?
Damn.
Wow. Was
yeah,
that a culture shock for you when that happened?
a little bit, a little bit. Like, yeah. I mean, every country's different. Every government is gonna institute different forms of education. So I understand that that's how their education system works. Like they don't really bring race into the classroom. Um, but yeah,
Interesting.
it
The French are different.
Facts, they are different over there.
Wow.
It's a different way of living, though. I don't think it's bad at all, though. I mean, obviously, I've never experienced it. I definitely would like to experience it and kind of see what it is, like, from my own eyes.
Yeah.
wait, you want to experience racism?
Say it again.
Did you say you want to experience racism
That is
or like?
not, no, that is not what I said. No.
Okay,
Oh, no, that's not what I
I
said.
was like, wait a minute,
No,
whoa,
like,
pause.
experience how, like, they don't kind of believe in race over, like, in Paris or in other countries. I've already experienced racism, so I can't take that back. Like, it already happened.
It's not something you want to experience.
Nah, it wasn't fun when I did experience it. I was like, this is a trash feeling.
Unfortunate, but yeah, you kind of keep it pushing.
Yeah, facts.
Facts, yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go on to our question of the day.
Hmm.
So the question of the day is: you are temporarily paralyzed from the neck down, and you lost all of your senses. So can't feel,
No touch.
no touch, no smell, no
Can't
hearing,
see.
can't see. You lost all that, and you're paralyzed from the neck down.
Oof.
Every day you are in this state, you get $1 million.
Oh wow.
How many days do you think you can last? So there's some other stipulations. You can choose 3 people to take care of you during this state, because obviously, like, if you can't move, you can't do nothing. Someone kind of have to kind of watch you and take care of you.
Yeah.
So you get to choose 3 people who can actually take care of you. One of those people, if you choose to do it for multiple days, has to administer the drug that will essentially keep you in this paralyzed state, and they have to give it to you before, like, the next day starts. So you're kind of just like continually to roll over into it
So before it wears off,
before it wears off. Yeah, you can't let it wear off.
and then do it again. Okay.
Exactly. And the last thing is, if you do choose to do this, it's going to take about 3 months for you to fully recover after. So, like, let's say if you did it for one day, you do it for that one day, you're still going to be a little fucked up for, like, the next 3 months after. But when you do come back to, you'll be stronger and healthier than you were before you even, like, took the drug to be paralyzed.
So no negative side effects after the fact.
Nah, there's no negative side effects other than you'll kind of be lingering like this for
just 3 months
For about
after.
3 months. But there's no, like, negative side effects. You actually get stronger and get better after the fact.
Do you have to pick 3 people, or could it just if you just picked one person?
I think there's a maximum of 3 people. So if you really just want to choose one person, you could choose one.
Okay.
If you want to choose 2, you could choose 2, but you can't choose more than 3.
Okay. All right, Autumn. If you want to go first, you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna go first. Lock in my answer choice. Um, I think I think it could last like a solid 2 weeks.
Damn! I did not expect that. So you could do 2 weeks practically a vegetable. Can't move, can't get up, can't walk. You can't smell nothing. You can't see. You can't hear nothing. You're just laying in bed. You could do that for a good 2 weeks.
I mean, yeah, like 2 weeks is like
That's 14 mil though.
Yeah, that is 14 mil. That is 14
That's 14 mil right
yeah.
there.
I'm thinking about the money. I could do it,
That's
but 2 weeks, I think I would like hit my max.
Your mental mental
your mental
fortitude.
limit.
But you
Bed
could go.
sores. Yeah. We don't want bed sores.
Damn.
Who'd you have take care of you?
See, that's the hard part. Who's taking care of me? I think my mom.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah, she could help out. I would choose probably my brother as a backup, and I think that's it. I don't really trust
So
anyone
you
else.
don't need a third one.
Yeah. I feel that though. I'm gonna just use one myself personally. It's just gonna be the one. Like I'm not gonna need 3 people.
You ain't gonna fill up the roster.
Nah, just one person's enough for me.
Just one?
Just one. Yeah, my mom. Like
I do. It had to be mom. There's no one else.
You can make your mom
bro.
deal with that?
Because here's the thing.
His
Right?
mom's also like a nurse.
My
I guess
mom.
she kind of like,
my mother. You done taking care of a baby before? It's like, listen, you've seen
you're
everything.
just a 24-year-old baby.
Exactly. You know, and I'm making money throughout this whole thing. So you're just helping me make money. You don't gotta go to work either. We can both just.
That's true. Because once
take care of me.
once you get this money, you come out, you're set.
I'm your son. What am I not going to take care of you after I made $14 million?
So are you doing 2 weeks as well?
That's a stretch. I give it to all of them. 2 weeks. I think I'm more likely to do a week. $7 million is enough for me.
So you do a week,
Yeah. Originally, I was just thinking like a couple days.
like 2 days.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 days. So I'm not thinking money. I'm thinking just like I gotta just lay there for 24 hours each day and just do nothing. Just do
But you
nothing. And you know, some people enjoy that. Some people got no problem laying in bed for.
I feel like I can do more days if like I can at least see or hear. Like the fact that I can't see
I can't
nothing,
look outside,
and I
bro.
can't hear no music, so I'm just stuck with my thoughts in my head.
Essentially, yeah, just your mind.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I might only do like 3 days. This shit will fuck me up. I ain't gonna lie. I actually think I might go insane. So I might.
Really?
Really insane.
You don't understand how hard it will be to genuinely imagine you couldn't talk to anyone, had no real social interaction with anyone at all, couldn't see, couldn't hear, can't smell, nothing. Imagine that for 2 weeks, bro. Eventually, bro, you start.
I do believe eventually over time. I think it's gonna be longer than 3 days before you go insane, though. You don't think you can withstand 3 days?
I mean, I could do 3 days, but after that, it might be a little.
I think you'd be hurt after like a year or two. Like you'd be like mentally fucked up probably.
Nah, because it's just like if someone was to like lock you up in a white room by yourself.
I don't know. I feel like going without your senses for years is not going.
I think about it. If people who gets locked in like a white room with nothing but a fucking bed, they go insane and they have their fucking senses. So imagine if you had no senses at all, but you still had the consciousness in your mind. I think after a while you just want to keep fucking counting? What are you gonna do? You can't talk to nobody but yourself. There's no new stimulation you're getting. So you're just in your mind, just kind of like crickets in a way. I mean, you can sleep, but how long can you sleep for?
You can still open your eyes, right?
Yeah, but you can't see, so it doesn't matter.
Damn. Fuck.
I don't know, man. I might could do like 3 days.
I give it to you.
I'm gonna be honest. Oh, you stronger than both of us. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
14 mil. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's
Dedication right there. Mm-hmm.
That's real dedication.
I think I would have to know how it felt.
There's no trial run. You can't do it once on some like.
Isn't there drugs that like put you out?
I'm
So what are
pretty
you
sure.
talking about?
Put you on anesthesia or something like that?
Yeah, but bro, that's like for a medical. You know what I mean? If you want drugs that do that, you have to go on the street. You want a perk? Like, what do you want? Like, you can't just. Like,
Whoa, that escalated quickly.
Like you can't just get
Upset.
access. You can't just get access to that type of those type of drugs.
All right, well, I'm sticking with 7 days then.
I'm gonna do 3. I'm gonna have my father look after me. I'm gonna have my mother look after me. Third one, honestly, I'll take one of my sisters. It don't matter which one. That could be it. Could be interchangeable. They both gonna do right by me.
Yes.
So anyway.
So one comes on one day, another one comes on another day.
Yeah, if they want to do that, that's up to them. That could be interchangeable. But definitely my parents. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, because it's just like the people who already took care of you before.
It's like nothing.
That's like that's a go to. As long as they're still alive and kicking, they're go to.
Would you ever trust any of your friends to take care of
No,
you? No one? You wouldn't trust me, bro?
nah.
Damn, bro. Everything we've been through, you wouldn't trust me to watch over you, bro?
I wouldn't trust anybody.
I'll make sure you're all right.
I wouldn't trust anybody that's not my mother, father, or related to me in that type of position.
Everything we've been through, you wouldn't trust me, bro?
It has nothing to do with you as a person.
So what does it have to do with? So then why can't I take care of you, bro?
It has to do with blood and like who I trust.
So you don't trust me?
I guess so, man. I guess so. If that's your criteria of my trust levels, then sure.
Y'all niggas heard it here live. That is hilarious.
It's not true.
Autumn, you wouldn't trust any of your friends to take care of you?
I mean, I would. They're just all not close to me geographically right now. So it's like, yeah, I trust like my.
Trust me, I have a feeling if they found out you're doing this for 2 weeks and you're making 14 mil, I have a feeling they'll come very close to you geographically.
Yeah, but see, they're doing that for an ulterior purpose. They want some of that money now too. They're not doing it to help you out of the goodness of their heart.
But you're telling me if someone took care of you, you wouldn't give them, you wouldn't break a piece of that bread off?
Yeah, if they're my family.
So if they were your friends, you wouldn't?
I wouldn't have my friends helping me, so I wouldn't run into that problem.
But in this hypothetical situation, you wouldn't. If your friend took care of you, me, Osara, the team, watched over you for this week, you telling me after you wouldn't like slide?
Well, I'll say this.
I ain't gonna say slide him a bill, but like you ain't gonna slide him like, you know what I mean? I'll pay your student loan here, a couple thousand.
I'll say this. I'm not gonna come out. I want to come off as greedy or that I'm not willing to help those who help me. I am.
You're about to. Mm-hmm. You're not helping your case, bro.
What do you mean?
When you start your sentence like that, bro, I'm just gonna be honest. It's not a good look.
Listen. Okay. Hear me out. I'm like losing my train of thought. I'm like trying to remind myself what I was gonna say. I'm willing to compensate, just as long as it's not like I don't know, something just unreasonable.
Okay, so if they ask for unreasonable about like they like give me half type shit.
Yeah. It's just like, all right, bro, you don't know what I had to put myself through to
get this money.
Essentially.
I'm not saying give them half. I'm just saying, slide them something.
All right. I mean, I'm fine with that. I'm not gonna be gung ho about it. I'll tell you that much. But like, I'll still do it. I don't want to make it seem like I'm not gonna like.
This nigga Trey don't want to help nobody but his mom.
Nah, that's not true. Man. That's not true. It's just in that particular case, it just seems more they're coming to help me because they want the money.
It's not they're coming to help you because of the money, but I think
it just seemed that way.
Why? Because they're never gonna say it.
I mean, Shawty was like, they don't live anywhere close to her.
But I just have a feeling they would probably come and help.
Autumn, do you think your friends would come and help if money wasn't involved?
I think they would.
Those are real friends.
All right, fair enough. Who am I to say they would?
I'd help you, bro, with money not involved.
I appreciate that, Tyler. That means a lot. That does.
Aww.
That does make me.
Y'all should hug.
No, we're not gonna hug.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Why?
Y'all don't hug?
No, okay, you're the second. You're the second female. You're the second female who said this. Do y'all think like men hug?
It's not that we don't hug. It's just not a common thing with us guys.
Now we dap each other up. That's like the male equivalent.
That's our version of a hug. It doesn't. We don't really need to hug it out.
What? I'm so confused. Why? Y'all been friends for how long? How many hugs have you shared over the friendship?
0.
I don't think we've ever hugged before, ever. Nah.
Never hugged him once. Never felt the need to do it either.
Nah, me neither. I never was like, I want to hug Trey right now. There was never a moment.
Yeah, nah.
But I dap him up. I haven't seen him in a minute. Yo, what's good, Brody?
Yeah.
Dap you up.
Yeah. I don't think I really hugged any of my guy friends.
I've hugged my guy. I've hugged Jaden before.
When'd you do that? Middle school, high school?
Nah, actually, the last time he was here, I hugged him.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. What were you going to say, Autumn?
I was like, that's a long time. That's a long time.
Yeah, I don't really hug my guy friends.
Do you hug your girlfriends?
All the time.
So what you got against your guy friends?
Wait, hold up. You didn't answer the question.
You didn't answer the question.
Did you hear me though?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we hug occasionally. I mean, I'm not saying I go around hugging on my friends all day, every day, but like, yeah. Like, if I haven't seen them in a long time, yeah, I'll give you a hug.
The equivalent to us is a dap up.
Yeah, that's basically
Yeah,
what
it's
it
just
is.
it's the same thing. Yeah.
I think the closest thing we ever got to a hug, I'm not even sure we ever did this, but you know when like dudes bring it in, where it's like a dap up, but they're like half hug or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's we've probably done that once or twice, maybe.
Yeah, probably. That's as far as it's really gone, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't really feel a need to hug people. Not a big.
Crazy enough, I'm more likely to hug females than I am dudes.
Even that, I ain't even big. I'm just not a hugger in general.
Oh, okay, I'm different than you then.
I'm just not a hugger. So
see, I'm a touchy person. Not really with like my guy friends, but like I'm more likely to hug my female friends than my guy friends. I'm more likely to like push my guy friends or punch them.
Yeah, you're just that makes a lot of sense.
If I would be honest, Trey can attest to that. I don't hug him, but like I'll walk past him and like punch him in the arm and keep it pushing.
So yeah, I guess if you want to say anything, that's Tyler's version of a hug.
Yeah, facts.
Okay. I'll accept that answer.
Autumn, you hug your guy friends?
Yeah. Like, occasionally. I mean, I'm not a big, like, PDA, physical affection type person in general.
I'm not.
I'm not super touchy.
Well, damn, y'all both different than me.
Yeah, I can't. It's just not my thing, man. It's just not my thing. And I don't mean I don't like the person. It's just.
Nah, I understand. It's just how you are.
Yeah,
that's how one of my sisters are.
Yeah.
She's not a big, like, touchy person. I still fuck with her, but, like, she's not a big...
touchy person.
Yeah.
That's just it.
Even with my own family, I'm not that touchy. Like, I mean, since I don't see my mom that often, like, I'll hug her now, but, like, growing up, like, we really didn't hug that much.
That's your whole family? Is your whole family not touchy as well?
No, my brother, he's a big hugger. Like, he'll force me into a bear hug, and it makes me so upset. But, like, I'm like, yo, get off me. But, yeah, I don't think we're big physical affection people.
That's fair.
Well, I kind of want to get into the presidential debate. Now, I know that both of y'all really didn't pay much attention to it. And I don't blame you because it wasn't all that interesting in the first place. But I'll just say a couple of my thoughts about it. Now, in my personal opinion, I was very disappointed by both the candidates just because, in my personal opinion, it's what we have to choose from is just a rock and a hard place. It's like we got a guy who really can't put a sentence together, and another guy who's kind of fighting cases. And it's like, bro, why can't we... Look, I understand that you need to be at least 35 to run for presidency, and the chances of getting like a 35-year-old like man or woman in there,
it's very slim.
It's just very slim, you know, because people are talking about, oh, you need to have some kind of wisdom with your age and all that. Okay, I get it, but like, do we need to have people who are in their late 70s,
they're in their 80s,
mid 80s, who chances are can't really fully run the country properly? Who, to be honest, you don't even know if they're the one who's running the country because of how they're acting. It's like why are these our options? You know, and in my personal opinion, it just doesn't bode well for us the next couple of years.
So you think regardless of who wins, it's gonna be rough?
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I don't like Trump, but Biden's no better.
Yeah, Biden. To be honest, Biden's mainly rough because he just can't really. You can't be forgetting what the fuck you're saying.
Bro, you got to be able to put.
They did say he was sick though for the election. That's why he sounded a little, you know.
Sure,
what I'm saying?
Because you got a cold, you can't put a sentence together.
I mean, listen, bro, you don't know how sick he could have been. He could have been over there, 102 fever, struggling, got the lights beaming on him, bro. Got all of America.
If that were the case, that'd be quite obvious.
Got all of America. It was it not? He kept forgetting what he was gonna say.
Nah, it just looked like he had dementia. That's what it looked like. It just what they're trying to say is he might have had a cold or something, but that's not the case. Bro, you can't remember half the things that you're supposed to remember to run the country. just off of observation.
But don't you think some of that's our fault? Friendly, we're the people who voted for him and put him in that position.
I didn't vote for him. So
Okay, you didn't, but if you look at America as a whole,
I mean, yeah, I do believe we deserve to be where we are. Yeah, we deserve to be where we are.
And even with the whole like Trump being like his running mate, and people were like, "Oh, he's not good." Like, there were other candidates that were running up against him, but yet Trump is the one who kind of made it to the.
Yeah, because those other people backed out.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, so there's no one else to run against them. Then that's who they pick.
Why do you think they backed out?
Because they want to win an election. That's the only person it seems that will win against them.
Who?
Trump.
No, who do you think would? Sorry, I
Biden.
didn't. Oh, well, yeah. We just don't have a lot of options. I mean, many people are stressed and anxious about what's to come.
Yeah, it's quite frustrating sometimes to just witness.
Yeah, I think we're cooked regardless.
Yeah, no.
But at the same time, we just
both parties are fucked.
we got another 4 years. We got another 4 years of both of them. After this, so I guess when 2028, then we'll have two new people.
Two new people, yeah.
Exactly.
Ideally.
Unless Biden runs again.
I doubt Biden will run again, but maybe Trump might. Actually,
well, Trump can't if he won.
Neither of them could.
Well, Biden can't because Biden only went one term.
Well, I mean, if he were to win this term, then he wouldn't be able to do it again. So essentially, whoever wins this term can't
run again, but the other one can.
Yeah. So,
do you ever think there'll be a time where we'll get a president who's closer to 35?
Oh man,
I know like Obama was relatively young.
He was in his 40s.
Yeah, so
like
I knew
44. I think when he got.
I thought he was just the 44th president.
That actually
was he also 44?
I mean that sounds familiar. that might have been the case. He might have actually been 44th president and not 44. Who knows? I think he was in his 40s though. I know that much.
I think he was too.
I do know he was in his 40s. Chances of us getting a president in his 30s, I just don't see that. Mainly because of the whole age thing and them just not being as wise as someone who might be in their 40s or 50s. This country is run off of, I think, leaders that are just elderly. And that's just kind of like our norm. So,
but don't you think eventually that'll be pushed out? Because eventually they're all going to die. I mean, listen. I don't want to sound like an asshole, but like Trump and Biden are in their 80s.
It's just what the people vote for. And the people tend to vote for someone who's older. And that's just on average. They want someone who's older than them leading them. There's not a lot of 50-year-old men and women out there that want a 35-year-old person running the country.
But that person could just be qualified. Just because they're 35 don't mean they're not.
That is true, but not everything is run off of based merit anymore.
That's stupid.
That's the reality of our country, man. It's a democracy. That's just what democracies do. Democracies don't get a lot done because they're democracies. Because you got to do a lot of voting, and not everyone wants your, of course, ideas. So.
It's fucking stupid. Autumn, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say it's what the people want. Sadly,
Yeah, that's what they want. So that's what they vote for. And usually it's just an older person.
See, here's the thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm just naive to this. I'm not very big into like politics and all this other stuff. I know a little bit, but not a lot to like have a real conversation. But I feel like everyone's complaining about everyone, it seems like, is complaining about these two motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They're too old, this, that. But at the same time, you aren't going to vote for someone who might be younger than you. So it's like you complain about the options we do have, but you aren't willing to change it by voting for someone younger because you feel like they're not wise enough. You understand how that shit really don't make sense? It's like you say these niggas are too old, but yeah, you see the other niggas are too young. So it's like the fuck do you want?
I mean, if you gotta understand, bro. Like people are gonna complain regardless. So if we say we did have a young president now, say we had two young candidates going up against each other, one's in his 30s, another one's in his 40s, it'd still be people bitching about him.
Yeah, but it would have been an articulate debate.
Yeah, it would have been. It would at least understood.
In theory. In theory, it would be.
In theory,
We don't know how
exactly.
that play out.
You know what? That
That
is,
is
you're
true.
absolutely
Yeah,
correct.
that is true.
In theory. But I would just like to think a 35-year-old man or woman up there, if there was two 35-year-olds, I just have a feeling they probably wouldn't forget what they're going to say compared to someone who's like 81.
And if it did, it'd be much smoother than what.
Yeah, like they could play it off a little bit. Like homies up there mumbling. You're like, damn. Like we trust you with our country?
Yeah. You start mumbling, and then the next point you make has nothing to do with your original point.
Yeah.
It's just like,
And then Trump is like, yo, look at this motherfucker. He doesn't even know what he's
That
talking
was-
about. And I'm
you know
like,
what?
yo, that's so rude, bro. That's disrespectful.
and there were specific times during the debate where that shit happens, and I'm just like, yo, you're making yourself look terrible, while the other candidate here is making you look stupid.
Did you see them arguing about golf? Like, yo, what is?
Like, why are we doing this?
There are presidents.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on.
They make me feel like I could do the job.
You probably could.
I don't know about all
Trey 2035.
chill.
On him, you voting for Trey?
Let's not do that. Let's not put that out there.
Trey 2024. Trey 2024.
2024. Yeah.
24.
Okay. 2024.
I don't even qualify.
Trey, go up there right
I
now.
know you're too young. You're
Wait.
just a baby.
I'm a baby to them, man. I'm a kid.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. They laugh in your face. Like, yo, get this motherfucker off the.
Yeah, they might give me They might say I'm trespassing. I might get arrested.
Can't you watch?
Really?
Can't you show up to the debates?
I think you might. You might have
The
to like.
debates are open, right?
They're what?
Aren't the debates open to the public, or is it just the campaign trail just open
I think
to
it's
the
just the campaigns.
Is the debate now? I thought the debate has like a little bit of a crowd.
It might, but it might be more of the type of thing where you have to like register to be a part of it, or
See, so you could go there. Now, best believe if you hopped up on that stage, then yeah, you're definitely getting arrested for trespassing or whatever.
yeah, I'm not gonna. I'd be escorted off by police officers.
You'd be tackled.
The entire.
They'd attack you, bro.
They'd attack me. You don't think they just kindly escort me off?
Oh, bro, because they don't know if you have any intention of harming the presidents up there or anything.
What if I'm just dressed in like just a regular business casual suit? Clearly got nothing on me. I have like documents, papers ready to say my speech.
Yeah, the documents are gonna be in there as they body slam you. There's no way, bro. There's no way.
Yeah, I wouldn't get into politics personally.
Trey, 2035, man.
I thought about it though. I used to want to. There's no, and listen, I give it to the politicians out there that actually try to do good, but there's like no, what's it called? There's a specific saying I'm looking for, and it really is missing my head right now. But there's just no gratefulness in that kind of a job, or just no thanks. Like I can try to do good, people still gonna hate me because of it. I can try to do, like you're not gonna make people real happy in that sense. Like you're always gonna make someone upset. So it's kind of like why not just live your own life and live peacefully and not have to deal with that, Because if Trump or Biden wasn't running for presidency, no one would really hate them. No one would be paying attention to him.
But you can make a change. That's why you do it. To make a change.
I'm not.
To make it better for your kids.
Someone else
bro.
can do it.
To make it better for your kids.
It's not gonna
to
be
make
me.
it better for the later generations, bro.
Yeah, but who
It'll
says I'm
make
gonna
a
be
major
Who
difference.
says I'm gonna be here to do that in the first place?
I mean, you know what? You're right, but I really hope you're still alive at 35.
We're gonna hope for the best. We're gonna hope for
Yeah, for real. Like, I'd be highly upset if you're not.
I was thinking more along the lines of I was in another country, but
Oh yeah, okay. You can talk about that. I wasn't.
I didn't know I was dead. I
That's why I thought you meant when you're like, I'm not here.
yeah, in America, I could be just like chilling in Jamaica with the fam.
You did not specify that. You said, "What if I'm not here?" I automatically
Yeah,
am like,
in America anymore, here
Yeah.
anymore. You just assume death.
that's exactly what I thought. And I was like, damn, lost nigga Trey at 35. That'd be rough.
Yeah, let's just not put that out. I don't like that sound at all.
Yeah, knock on wood, knock on wood.
For real. I'm gonna live to 100 at least, in the minimum.
I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but
that's ambitious.
facts.
Damn, man, why both of y'all like? What y'all think I'm gonna live to 100?
No, you ain't built like that.
What you mean?
Any day
Why
above
not?
70 is a gift.
I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm not disagreeing with that. I don't disagree.
I'm with Audible.
Yeah, any day above 70 is a blessing, but who's to say you won't?
I just have a very strong feeling you're not making.
I take care of myself.
I'm not saying you don't, but there's some things that happen that you can't control. I eat cancer.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get cancer though.
You don't know that. Not good. I mean, I hope you don't, but you don't know that.
Yeah.
Keep eating pretzels, you might get lung cancer.
I'm not gonna. All right, so are you hopeful for the future of your country? I mean, I don't know what to say. You're not wrong. I had to think about it for half a second there. Like, God damn. Yeah.
Did we make the combo morbid?
A little bit.
Yeah,
A little
it kinda,
bit.
it kinda took it.
So I'm
It
just
kinda
being
took
a
a turn.
realist.
So I
And I'm
guess
optimistic.
last question, frankly, before we close out. Are either of you hopeful about our country's future? And whether that be in politics and just the way our social lives are going, i.e., dating culture, school culture, political culture, military culture. Do you think it's going to bode well for our country in the next 5-10 years?
Autumn, do you want to go first, or do you want me to go?
Why me first? That's a loaded question.
All right, I'll
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
I'll go.
yeah.
I'll give you time to think. I didn't want to put you on the spot. I'll give you time to think. I can't really talk politics. I'm gonna be honest, because like I said earlier, I don't know much about politics. I know we kind of discussed the two motherfuckers who are running. I think it's unfortunate that they're both old as water, but this is kind of
what we gotta deal with.
But I'll speak more like socially. I don't mean to be like pessimistic, and I really do try to be like optimistic and like look on the positive side and look on the bright side. But I don't know. I think we're going in a bad direction. I think. How do I articulate this? I believe now with the advancements of social media, with the advancements of technology, it's forcing people not to be social. It's forcing people to hide inside. It's forcing people not to go out and try to become the best version of themselves and actually grow. It kind of forces everybody to stay in and hide. I think that unfortunate, but like today's men are becoming weaker and weaker by the minute. I think masculinity to a certain extent is dying, and I think that's kind of being pushed. I think
Demonized too.
yeah, bro. I also think with the popularization of like sex work and all that stuff, saying like, oh yeah, that's great and that's okay. I think that being pushed, it's also harming not only the men but also just like the women, of them like sexualizing themselves and putting themselves out there, and then also the men who are
Conducing.
yeah and who are funding it as well. Like we're the main people buying it.
Consumers.
And I think just over time, especially with like AI, I think it's just going to get worse and worse. I think we're going to get a lot more, less social interactions, less people actually out there trying to go out there and like build something better themselves, working on themselves. And especially with men, I think a lot of men are just going to kind of stay inside. Now you can have fucking virtual girlfriends and like VR and all that other stuff, which is wild to me.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of men are going to go that route than actually like going out and trying to like conquer the world and be the best that they can. Yeah. So I think we're screwed, to be honest with you.
Simply put.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go next, and then Autumn, you can close out. Tyler, a lot of the things you said there, I can't really sit here and disagree with you, man. As a young man coming up into society, it's very hard to think positive and not a little bit bleak. You look outside, you just see the day-to-day things that happen, walking to work, you just see the homelessness,
I got pressed by a homeless nigga the other day.
Exactly.
Fucking crazy.
You see inflation, you hear about the immigrant crisis that's currently going on in our country. A thing that personally bothers me, at least in regards to just that crisis specifically, and it has to do with our politicians just thinking it's perfectly fine to do illegal immigration, just bringing in random people into the country. And then when those same people turn around and harm the citizens, acting as if nothing happened. And, the amount of cases that I have seen where young girls are sexually assaulted in some kind of way because someone who wasn't supposed to be here, isn't a citizen, came here and we just let them in. It is quite disturbing. And like, what kind of country are we if we can't really protect some of the most vulnerable people
To protect our own people
in our society? You know what I mean? Kids. So as a young man coming up and seeing the lack of positive male role models, positive fathers out there who can actually lead our society in any way, shape, or form, and the lack thereof of that, you can kind of see that a lot of things are just missing. And a lot of people are broken because of it, you know? They don't know what a positive male role model is. A lot of young guys don't know what a positive female role model is, and it messes up a lot of relationships. It messes up a lot of people. And, of course, hurt people, and it's a continuous vicious cycle that continues to go. And I believe our politicians use the current culture, whether that be dating, our society, to distract us from the important issues that are currently going on in our country.
Yeah.
Just to kind of get us to bicker and go back and forth when at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter who pays for the first date. We really should be kind of focusing on the economy and trying to better the country. But, of course, we're going to argue about these stupid things, like, in the grand scheme of things, they truly even matter. Simply put, yeah, I do kind of think we're fucked, too. But a part of me really is hopeful that eventually, after we kind of get through all the shit, because I do think it has to get worse before it gets better. We haven't hit worse yet. So when it does get worse, we'll see the errors of our ways and eventually
and then start going in an upward trajectory.
Yeah, that's the hope. But I don't think it's going to get better until it gets worse.
That's fair. Autumn, your thoughts?
The female perspective.
Thanks.
Maybe I'm just trying to stay optimistic about the future because, we have to live through it. And I do think change is within our power, for sure. I definitely see, like, an impending storm headed our way. And we honestly just might be in the eye of the storm already.
Shit, yeah. Could already be upon us.
So it's just kind of like a lose-lose either way. If we're thinking politically, like there's a lot our nation is facing right now. And I mean, there's a lot we can do, but there's only so much we can do at the end of the day. So it's just being prepared and knowing what you want to do on an individual level to make life better for yourself. So I'm trying to stay focused on that. And I guess in my experience so far, I felt like things are looking on the up and up. Like for me, there seems to be this big movement towards religion for our country, at least in my experience. And I don't know how that's going to affect things. Like if it could bring us together as a community more or further divide us, because religion and politics tend to clash and people tend to clash. So I don't know. I just feel like we're in an impending storm, and I'm trying to stay optimistic because, yes, we're progressing technologically, but we also have so many other areas to address. We have a lot. We have a lot of work to do.
True.
We have a lot.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm trying to stay positive,
I can't. I can't.
I'm,
That's one of the things I champion. I tell people to stay positive, so by all means, listen.
I'm happy at least one person on this podcast.
Yeah, someone can. Yeah. Someone can.
I also try to be positive, but there's certain things where I'm like,
you gotta be real.
I feel like we're
we're real. We're realistic, but we're also optimistic.
No, I feel you. And honestly, Autumn, you made some really good points. And I truly hope things take a turn in the positive sooner rather than later.
I hope push for the church thing. I agree with, and I hope more people go in that direction.
Facts, for real. But we are coming to the end of the show. Around this time, we typically give advice. Trey, you have any advice you would like to?
Advice out there for those listening, I would say, don't be afraid to practice your conversational skills. Don't be afraid to go out there and either make new friends.
Stop fucking staying aside.
Yeah, for real. Make new friends, just going around just talking to strangers. Essentially just practicing your conversational skills so that you can articulate your points correctly, however you need to articulate your points.
Thanks. Work on the mouthpiece.
And very true. And and in turn, you'll notice more people will gravitate towards you because, everyone likes someone who's competent, so.
Facts.
I'd say definitely just going out there and I guess tackling those small things.
Word. My advice would be, don't be afraid to tell the truth. I know sometimes a lot of people kind of veer away from the truth because no one. People say they want honesty, but no one really likes the truth, especially if it's like
if it hurts.
Yeah. No one really likes the truth. But I actually say even if it does hurt, don't be afraid to tell the truth. Be real. Don't
like a
lie
Jordan
to
Peterson
people.
quote. I don't mean to interrupt your
Yeah,
but there's
it's
like a
like
Jordan
basically
Peterson
tell
quote,
the
right?
truth because it's an adventure and you don't really know where
Where
it
it's gonna
will
lead
take
to.
you.
Yep.
Yeah, and also like in the Bible it says, "Truth shall set you free." So definitely continue to tell the truth, even if people aren't going to like it, man.
That's true.
It's I believe it's the right thing to do. Autumn, do you have any advice you'd like to give to the people?
Be the person that you want to meet. Like,
Damn. Okay.
Oh
Okay.
shit.
I fuck with that.
Interesting.
if you feel like there's not enough good in the world, become that good, attract that good, and join forces. Like, it starts with you, and you only get one life. The human experience is the human experience, so make the most of it. And, I don't know, just have integrity and do good stuff.
That's good advice.
That is good advice.
Yeah,
that is good
very
advice. Autumn, thank you
Appreciate
so
you
much
for coming on.
Thank you so much for popping out, for coming on.
The first of this kind too.
Facts. Oh, facts.
Call-in
Yeah, Autumn,
show.
you're the first call-in, Autumn, and the first guest we've had on our like new setup.
Yeah, for real.
How are you liking the new setup?
It's pretty cool.
It's nice, other than it's hot as a mother.
Yeah, for
other
real.
than I'm over here sweating bullets. Other than that, though, it's nice.
It's cool because we worked to get here, so it's just like you kind of see like the little,
facts.
you see the progression from going, having to record at our college, all the way up to now. It's just all right, you see progression.
Bro, I remember at one point, bro, I was recording on a blow-up mattress in my fucking crib up in New York. I was recording there. And now, like, to actually have, like, a setup, have a camera and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
It's a blessing. And it's truly cool. And I'm very appreciative of it. I know Trey's appreciative of it. So, it's a cool setup. But, Autumn, thank you so much for popping out. Thank you so much for being the first guest on this show.
True. For real.
We appreciate you taking the time out your day to come over here and rock with us. Thank you guys for listening. We appreciate you guys. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, and on Apple Podcasts. Just type in NOA Podcast. We are the first thing that pops up. You can check out our other YouTube channels. We have NOA Adventures, which is our vlog page. We have NOA Reacts, which is our reaction channel. And we have NOA Podcast Clips if you can't watch the whole thing. Thank y'all. We appreciate you guys for listening. Y'all take care.
Have a good one.
Take care.